everyone. This is the 22nd and 24th President of the United States. Donna Summer here, with a message for the people in the back. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. The link is in the description. Also in the description, the link to the Bonehead cartoon. Also, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and give my regards to the DJ. Freak out! Pew.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Hey everybody, it's me, Ryan. Remember me? I missed a show yesterday, but I had a weird schedule flip all of a sudden, so I had to forego it. So anyway, I'm doing a page tonight, and maybe I'll do 2 tomorrow. That would be nice. I might be able to pull that off. Got some tea. This page boasts itself of being page 166. Let's get some light here. Yeah, that's a picture. Oof. Now I just need to know how to draw it. Okay. Here's our hero Bonehead. I feel like I'm never drawing anymore because I'm always drawing the antagonist. It's like, who's the star of this picture? So I've been catching up on the the free Harvard Justice course that I signed up for online. Which when I signed up for it, I could have sworn it said it would end October, like somewhere toward the end of October. And now it says somewhere toward the end of June. But I've been flying through that lately. And then what else am I doing? I've been trying to read 3 chapters of the Bible a night, and also a section of Scaling the Secular City by J.P. Moreland. So I'm just trying to get my reading in and get that the reading and the lectures of that Harvard Justice course in. And that's just for fun. Yeah, I guess I guess anybody under the sun could sign up for one of these free courses at it's like, I don't know, if you look up Harvard free classes, they've got a bunch of free online courses. And then if you want, you can pay like $130 to get like a certificate. And that also unlocks additional graded assignments. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm just trying to learn some philosophy. What's focused? Was it focused already? I guess so. So this is Bonehead. He's like, I gotta save that guy. I gotta save Billy, the alien, who's being strangled. This reminds me of like Dudley Do-Right or something. You're like, I must go save him. It's like he's declaring it with a point to the sky. Pardon me. You know what? I just ate a bunch of pretzels before I came on here. And so now I'm clearing my throat a whole bunch. So sometimes when I'm drawing, I like to watch other artists draw streams like this. And one of the ones that I watch is this guy, Brian Shearer, who has a YouTube channel. It's Brian Shearer. And excuse me, dang. And tonight he's bringing back this show that he used to do with this other artist, Elliot Fernandez, called Paranormals. And where they would just read articles about paranormal, like paranormal incidents, things about Bigfoot or ghosts or living dolls or whatever. And it went on hiatus because they couldn't kind of get their schedule clicking together. Well, I think now he's got another artist, this girl Siege, on it, and they kind of have a different format, it seems like, coming up, but there's a new one tonight in a little bit. I don't think I'm going to catch it live because I'll be right here, but I'm excited because Paranormals always crack me up, and Brian Shearer can be pretty funny when he wants. And I like when he tries to pump the production value into that thing. Oh, look. Good morning, says Crimson. How was the Saul episode? Did you make it in time? I made it just in time. That streamer is this guy, Brian Shearer. And I just realized, I don't know if he's doing it on his Brian Shearer channel or his Paranormals channel. I think he usually puts... Oh, yeah, it is the Paranormals channel. So it's this right here. So that's the channel, Paranormals. And Brian Shearer is the artist. Oh, you did? That was nice of you. I gotta get me some new brushes. This one's getting flimsy on me. And, pardon me. It's like it either has not enough ink or too much ink. Said your bestie's in here. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat? Is this someone you know personally? Like your personal bestie? Like face-to-face bestie? That's Stevie. We are in VC on Discord now. VC. Voice chat. We haven't met in person, but may as well have. Yeah, okay. And here's this one. I think I'm going to keep this all simple like this. Excuse me. Yeah, a lot of times when I eat something, I just spend the next like half hour clearing my throat. What's that about? It doesn't always happen, but it's like 50-60% of the time it seems like it happens. And I ate like 7 pretzels. Okay. Darkest. Wait. You said maybe something you ate created extra mucus. That seems to be the case. I just don't know why. It never used to happen to me, but it happens all the time now. Anyway, so sorry. It's late here. Not much chatting most any time of day, or even in voice chat. You're minimally interactive in general. That's fair. You know, I was talking about the guy's channel that I check out all the time, Brian Shearer, and I have him on Discord and everything. I never participate in any of that really. I just kind of observe. And other people I've kind of followed on YouTube or stuff like that. I just kind of like watch and listen. Oh, you know what? Maybe this tea will help me. He lies. He talks when it's just him and I. When I'm not growling at him, that is. Why are you growling at poor Darkus? Poor meek Darkus. It's like periodically pouring rain. I think it was when I started the stream. And earlier today, I don't know what I was doing, but I was out and about, and I heard some weird alarm go off, and then somewhere else I heard the same alarm going off, and then from my pocket, the same alarm started going off on my phone. It was a tornado warning, which nobody seemed concerned about, and no tornado produced itself that I'm aware of. I've never seen a tornado. I've been in Illinois my whole life, and I think I know of one serious instance where people were, I think my brothers or my brothers or sisters were at my uncle's house, and there was a tornado that passed by them, but I've never been near an actual tornado. Like, I don't know how close they were to it, or how. I don't think they personally saw any destruction, so I don't think they were that close to it. But oh, what a jip! What a ripoff! If I can't see a tornado here, where can I see a tornado? I guess I gotta go to what's the flat one? Idaho? Ohio? I don't know. I'll take the rain. I love rain. Yeah, me too. I was hoping it would be like still going like throughout the whole show, just in the background. Yeah, we allegedly have them here. I it could have fooled me though. I remember when the movie Twister came out when I was a kid. I at least I became obsessed with tornadoes. And every time the sky grew dark and I could see the clouds moving, I was like, here comes a big one. I was like really like into the idea of tornadoes happening and chasing tornadoes, and but there were never any to speak of. And it was tornado watch was supposed to be like, if you heard that there was a tornado watch, it was supposed to be that there might be a tornado, and tornado warning was that one was spotted. I remember there were a couple times where we had to like where we as a family like gathered into the basement or something, flashlights or whatever. But it was always like no big deal. It turned out nothing to worry about. Nothing happened. Like maybe the power went out, but there was no, I don't know. I've never seen a tornado or known one to pass that close to anything. I think they're made up. You'd like to see one, but not be in one. Invader Zim. Kind of, I guess, because it wasn't intentional. Let me see. I am very into like 90s Nicktoons and stuff like that. When I first, let me see. When I first designed Bonehead, I want to say like 10 years ago, he looked something like, I think the first drawing, he looks something like this. He might have been inadvertently inspired by Zim, because I was a big Zim fan. But when I was drawing him, I was thinking of just making him as iconic, and like I was trying to make him stand out. So he's got this peak head, but when I first drew him, he looked something like this. And he just had like a not crooked tie. And I'll say the legs, no, this is real crummy, but the legs were inspired by like just having black legs and pants, like shoes that go right into the pants and it's all straight black. That was inspired by on the spot art. But the legs were inspired by Camp Lazlo. I know that because I thought that would be easier to animate. And because the first thing I did was animated a cartoon. And let's see, if you're on Twitch, after the broadcast, I'll have a link in the description to the cartoon that I made a couple of years ago of Bonehead. But then also the black, I thought like having a bunch of black on him would be like make it very graphic and kind of like, I don't know, just like a sticker. And I was just kind of imagining him as kind of a logo or a sticker in a way. And then I think by the second or third drawing, I just, with that in mind, I kind of made him a perfect diamond. And his teeth were kind of like that. And he just kind of looked like that. And he kind of evolved into more of a, I don't know, he has more of a jaw now. He didn't have a jaw for the longest time. He just had like these little cheeks. And then, try not to get ink all over my desk because the inkwell is there now. So now he's kind of more like something. I usually start with the teeth. Actually, I don't even think his teeth were that way yet. They kind of started out like that. And so his eyes would have been lower, but and I guess he always had eyebrows. The eyebrows were, I think, kind of inspired by Patrick Star from SpongeBob a little bit. But I got the Zim thing a lot, and I used to be very self-conscious about it because I was like, I don't want him to look like Invader Zim, and I don't know. To me, it's kind of, I don't think of him as looking like Zim, even if he does. It's. But I did give him that peak just to kind of make him a little more like, it was kind of me thinking about, there's like a Matt Groening, I think, autobiography I'd read, the creator of The Simpsons, where he talks about when he was designing The Simpsons, he tried to make all the characters have like really unique silhouettes, like Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse has this very iconic silhouette, right? And I guess, how iconic can it be if he kind of has a similar shaped head to Invader Zim? But that's what I was thinking. I guess I was trying to give him a unique skull. It was part of my thinking. Because I have this other guy, Denton Crux, who I usually give him a little bit of a peek to his skull. I don't like his eyes here, but all these characters, a lot of these characters in this book, I would say all of them actually, they kind of started with this kind of, they all have this jumping off point that their character design came from. What was Bonehead's? Bonehead was, he started out as a diamond, really. It was kind of, the buck teeth, actually. The buck teeth, and then the diamond head. I don't know. That's kind of where his design started. And then, I get Alfred Hitchcock style, so you could recognize, but yeah. So, like, if you look at the characters on The Simpsons, like, if they were all painted black, you would know who everyone on The Simpsons is pretty much right away, especially in the family. Like, they're just very identifiable. And let me see. Can't spell that one, I guess. Silhouette. Billy's thing was, I think I just thought, I knew I wanted an alien character, and I thought it would be cool to have an alien with a baseball hat. I don't know. It was just something to make him just different enough from other aliens I'd seen. Let me find my other character. Also, some of these other characters. So Denton Crux, he's one of the bad guys. His kind of jumping off point. My jumping off point with him was he has this crossbones bow tie that makes him look like a skull and crossbones. Then there's this other bad guy named Mr. Shivers, who, oh, you're going to bed. Okay. Take care. Thanks for coming by. Good to meet you. Though, I wonder, you may have been on here before. Mr. Shivers here is one of the, besides Bonehead, he was the second character I came up with. And he's just like this mean boss character who wears a smiley face mask. So to kind of cover up how mad he is all the time. And that was kind of where that character started. Just a mean boss who wears a smiley face mask, so he doesn't seem so mean. And then here's some of the other characters. Mort is Bonehead's like drinking buddy. I'll do a little quick art again. And when I finally figured out how I wanted him to look, it was kind of just based on him being a zigzag. So he's this little devil guy. And so his body comes back and his arm. And then his legs, forward bend at the knee. So this is kind of like his standard pose. Those arms are a little beefier. And he's got a crooked tail too. So that's kind of Bonehead's buddy. And so he's just kind of like based on... And then there's Petunia, Bonehead's ghost girlfriend. And I just thought it would be... I used to draw a character, like a ghost character, who is a very simple ghost body. Like head, and I think he had like just little nub arms. And he in a lot of ways, he looked a lot like Petunia. And I was thinking of that when I knew I wanted Bonehead to have a girlfriend, or a girl he wanted to be his girlfriend, but I didn't know anything about her. And then I decided, oh, she should be a ghost, because all these characters are like something kind of creepy. And I thought of that character that I had been drawing a while back. I was like, but if I make it a girl, I could add like a wispy ghost tail as the hair. And I thought that would be kind of cool. And that was kind of the jumping off point for her, was like, girl ghost has ghost tail hair. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, I got rid of my page, my current page. So I always like showing off how I started with the characters. And it was all just like little kind of character designy ideas that kind of started them all. Is Crimson, is Darkus also in Australia? No, you're just waking up. They were going to bed, so probably not. Or rather, I don't know if you're just waking up, Crimson, but I know it's morning where you are. Oh, he's in the UK. Yeah, you've not been to bed yet. Wait, did you stay up all night? I stayed up for no good reason. I was up till 4 a.m. having to leave by 9:30 because I'm a jerk to me. I was drawing a bit, and I was reading, and I was binging. I started watching the first season of Better Call Saul on Netflix now. Rewatching it since I just finished the mid-season finale. Because I don't know. I guess I gotta watch something. Reading isn't good enough entertainment for the likes of me. Oh yeah, you have been up all night. You said you had issues with someone last night that had you on edge, and then some guy jumped into your yard from the neighbor's side running from a fight. Exciting. Couldn't sleep, planned on being up now to get my washing on and stream this morning. Now you're thinking of just going to bed. Yeah, I restarted it now. And it's a lot easier to follow. I don't think I've ever streamed it before, or like binged it before. I've only watched it live, pretty much, like when the episodes were new. So it's a lot easier to follow when you're not like, okay, what happened last week? Who's this guy again? What's his deal? It feels like the events of it happen so much more quickly this way when you're just watching them back to back. Said, might stay up and sleep in the afternoon. Might go make a Jaeger and Red Bull for breakfast. That a girl. The breakfast of champions. Or derelicts, whichever. One of the two. Gotta live up to that crazy Aussie nature. I don't think I've ever done the. Oh, well, no, that's a lie, because I do overnight shifts all the time, and I have definitely gotten really drunk early in the morning to go to bed to keep myself in the swing of a crazy backward schedule. That sounds terrible. But it's like the sun's out, you don't want to go to sleep. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to like let's just say I wouldn't want that schedule permanently. Working from 10:30 to 8:30. 10:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. and then sleep the day away. That is rough on you. Let's see. We posted a pic in the Discord of the Jaeger bottles I had and a range of junk food I had. Don't know if you. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I've been in there too much today. Let me see. Party room? No. Is it the common room? Oh my goodness. I don't see that though. I'm scrolling up to a bunch of stuff. Yeah, somehow I missed a bunch of stuff, it seems like. I don't know if I tried to peek in there earlier and then it got buried now. Or I don't know. Here's Bonehead. This poison factory has so many just cabinets filled with these bottles of various elixirs and poisons. You added a selfie room. You can see what I look like now. And some others. Selfie room. I don't see that. This is Asylum, right? That's you? Asylum? I don't see a selfie room. I see a party room that I think is new. Oh, it's pouring again. It's me, the crazy place. I don't see nothing in there. I see 44 and Fabulous. Oh, you're celebrating your birthdays together. When is that? Did it say? I didn't read it. Oh, when? Saturday, the 4th of June. 444. Selfies is above. Why don't I see it? Let me go back. Check them out. I see somebody has a selfie. Is that you? No, that's not you. Wiley12. We the People. I don't see that. Mm-mm. The 4th. That's not the day of your birthdays. So let's see. He's thrown these doors open. He just messaged me in there. I don't see it. What in the world? I don't see it. I think I'm just not good at it. Ooh, the rain. I'm only happy when it rains. Let's see. Yeah, I don't even see anything new. You know what? I think I meant to do this. You're not missing anything if you can't see. Oh, wait. Sorry, just went to get drink stuff. You're not missing anything if you can't see it. I don't know why I can't see it. It's like no new messages. Right? Oh. Did I just dox my whole family? Right? Hmm. I feel like no other streamer holds their phone up to the camera as much as I do. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do that. And I do it all the time. Bonehead opens up a few cabinets throughout this book in this place, and they're always filled with these things. I should have made him like run to one cabinet and throw it open, and there's like just a bunch of various lengths of wire. I don't know. Just something profoundly useless. And then he's like, no. Not what I had in mind. Then he opens up the next one, and it's all of these. I didn't know they kept other stuff in cabinets here. If can do it, Discord clear. It's Jaeger time, says Crimson. Day drinking. Plan on doing. Wait. You got your drawing tablet out. I'll stream once you let the drink kick in a bit. 9 a.m. Right time to start with. Yeah. On Monday, I'm starting a lot earlier. Plan on doing everything naughty and bad on Monday. Just to get it out of your system. Then the rest of the week, you'll be a saint. Start the week off wrong. Let's see, you said you're protesting Monday. Someone's gotta. Put that lousy day in its place. The trash. Oh, your B-Days on Monday. You don't want any more of them. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see now. My two of my nephews are having like a joint birthday this week, in 3 days. They're turning 4 and 2. And I just got a Mario and Luigi plush for the one of them. But I gotta get him something else too. And I gotta get something for the little one. The 4 oldest of my nieces and nephews, they're really into Mario and Luigi right now. One of my brothers got a GameCube, and so his kids have been learning to play Luigi's Mansion, and they're obsessed with it. And now they've gotten their 2 cousins obsessed with it, but they don't have any video games. And I think that brother, my brother Jimmy, I think he's been trying to get his. I think he probably recently got his hands on a GameCube also, so his kids can play it. Though they've never really played video games before, because they don't watch so much TV and stuff. They do a lot of, like, I don't know. They're more into like drawing and making stuff and learning. And I feel like I don't want that part of them to like get dulled. But they're gonna love Luigi's Mansion, which I've never really played. Like, I'm seeing more of Luigi's Mansion now than I ever knew there was to Luigi's Mansion. And my brothers are like, "You didn't know this happens in Luigi's Mansion?" I was like, "No, I didn't play these games like you guys did." Yeah, my see, they were really into like getting them making stuff with Play-Doh, and they're really like into, I don't know, they like playing with tools and stuff and helping their grandpa in the garage and things like that. And they like, whenever they would come to my parents' house, they'd want to play with the vacuum and like, I don't know, they're like, you'd think they were going to grow up to be engineers by the stuff that they like. I don't know. They like Transformers. I could never figure out a Transformer to save my life when I was a kid. But I think they got them into that stuff, like, kind of deliberately. But I guess now they're getting them into the video games. Games have their place. But so many parents use them as a way to yeah. Yeah, I think I didn't get my first video game system until I think I was about 13. That's also when we got our first computer. So it was like I think no, I might have been a little younger when we got our first video game system. But it was kind of like I think they weren't as like ingrained in me as that's what I do for fun. Like so I think I'm not so into video games to this day because they kind of came a little later for me. Okay, finish his hat here. Oh, something else I watched recently was the first episode of the new batch of Kids in the Hall. And I never really watched Kids in the Hall to begin with. So I haven't. It was kind of the first episode of Kids in the Hall I'd ever seen. And it was pretty funny. You get to see one of the guy and Kevin McDonald's wangs in the first episode. That was nice. No. I could have done without that. But it was all right. It was all right. No, it was pretty funny. A pretty funny episode. If I didn't know they were 60, I would have really enjoyed it. No, I'm just kidding. And I like Mark McKinney from, like I said, I didn't know him from Kids in the Hall, but I like him from that Superstore show sitcom that was around until like a couple years ago. He was the boss of the store. Superstore, that the one that just had a new season added? I think it ended last year, maybe the year before. It ended after the pandemic because the last season had them all wearing masks here and there. So it might have just had, it was going up on Hulu, so probably. There's the guy in the wheelchair. America Ferrera's in it. Ike Barinholtz's brother is in it, who I thought he was pretty funny on that show. Oh, you think you've seen it? A friend of mine recommended it to me, and I didn't think I was going to care about it all that much. And it was really, I don't know, I really liked it. I thought it was a good sitcom. It's just about working in a Walmart type place. And then Kevin McDonald, I just always thought he was funny. I remember there was a Johnny Bravo episode where he plays a clown. There's a few clowns. I forget. And then I forget why, but Johnny Bravo asks one of the clowns. He's like, "Oh no, I think it's this one older clown asks the Kevin McDonald clown, 'Hey buddy, got a quarter?' And he's like, 'Yeah, only about a couple thousand of them. They're no little thing I like to call a bank.'" I thought that was really funny as a kid. Dude, he looks like the Crypt Keeper though. He looks insanely decrepit. Particularly. I always used to like doing an impression of the characters that he would play on stuff. Like he was in Lilo and Stitch. Though I don't remember that very well. I forget. He used to be in all kinds of stuff. Stupid page. I wish I was done with it. But since I'm not, I guess I'll just finish it. I could be watching Paranormals right now. Oh yeah, speaking of impressions, so Brian Shearer does a Michael Caine impression, and one of the characters in Paranormals is Michael Caine. Sir Michael Caine. And there's also Bill Cosby is a regular character on Paranormals. It was always that he was trying to escape from prison, but he's always getting shivved. He gets shivved like every episode. Though I hear that now that it's coming back, he's always getting shivved by this guy named Jocko that we never see. And then I forgot there's this whole other cartoonish side of this that has nothing to do with reading paranormal articles. Yeah, so I hear that now that it's back, Bill Cosby and Jocko have gotten an apartment together. Since in real life, Bill Cosby was released from prison. I don't know if these names. I don't know if you are familiar with Bill Cosby at all. Probably Michael Caine. You've probably heard of Michael Caine. You know who Bill Cosby is, but the others you don't know by name. But you know Michael Caine. Jocko, I don't know if that's a real person. I think that's just a name he made up for the character that we never see but always shivs. Bill Cosby. I think that's a made up thing. I don't know if Jocko was ever Bill Cosby character on the Bill Cosby Show, or what, or maybe a cartoon that he had. He's had a lot of shows, so I don't know if it's a reference to something. My tea's all gone, I think. Yeah. Boo. I've got like songs in my head right now that I don't know the words to. So I always talk about Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald, the comedian, he had a sitcom for a little while in, I think, about 1999, and called The Norm Show. And The Norm Show had a theme song that was a track called Too Bad by a band called Doug and the Slugs. And a long time ago, I looked into Doug and the Slugs and found out I like a lot of their music. They only have 2 albums, and then like a I think it's like a collection, like a best of those 2 albums. So like on Spotify, it's got that best of, and it's got their first album, but it doesn't have their second album. But anyway, I like a lot. I like probably all of their songs, but I don't know them well enough, as well as I would like. But I've just got their songs rolling around in my head right now. Oh shoot, he ain't gonna sing to us. Crash. That's one of few video games I like to play sometimes, but I'm not good at it either. It can take me forever to get through some pretty easy levels. Not easy for me, but you know. Crash Bandicoot I like. I liked Earthworm Jim, the first game. I never had the second game, and when I see it, it seems like a dumb version of the first one. Like a bad version of the first one. And that's my hero, Doug Tenable. So I've never heard him say a bad word about Earthworm Jim 2, but I think it looks kind of trash. But the first one, I couldn't get past like level 4, and even the levels I never got to when I watched like walkthroughs, I think that game is so cool. So that's one that I like. Even if I think I even went back to it. I got like an emulator and tried playing it, and it was still so hard to get past what I got past when I first got a video game system. Like the old Super Mario and Super Mario. I like that. I like the old Super Nintendo Donkey Kong games. And that's about all I ever liked to play. I also played a little bit at Qbert on Super Nintendo, which I think is an old arcade game, is where that started. But that was fun. You just change the tiles, you're hopping around, and there's all these obstacles trying to prevent you from changing all the tiles. That was fun. But that's more like a classic arcade style game. And usually those games are kind of like, boo, boring. But I like Qbert. I remember we loved playing that. Never played that one, Qbert? He was like a little orange. He was kind of like shaped like an egg, and he had legs. And I think he was furry. And he would just, you'd have this like mound of land that was just made of a bunch of platforms. And you'd have to like hop on all the tiles and turn them to a different color. And then meanwhile, like there'd be bad guys that would hop around and change them back on you. And then you had to like not get hit, but like stop them from changing them all back. And you'd have to like, I think you were also timed. It was kind of cool. I liked the like Donkey Kong Country, I think was the Super Nintendo one. I think Donkey Kong Land was the Game Boy one, and I liked those too. Oh, Super Mario 2, 6 Golden Coins was my favorite Game Boy game. But I like the Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo, and then there was the second one that starred Donkey Kong wasn't in it, I don't think. I think it was just Diddy and Dixie Kong, the girl one. And then there was a third one with Dixie Kong, and then there was a baby Kong that you had. What? Let me see. Was the character from the Pixel movie? Oh yeah, yeah. He is in that, but I didn't see it. In Wreck-It Ralph, yeah, yeah. And I think he talks like blah, 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 like blurpy, pixely kind of voice stuff. He talked in bleep bloop. I saw him in the trailer or something. I saw Kubert. So yeah, he's in that. Now that one I can't explain why I don't see any movies. I don't care about movies generally. Because I haven't seen like anything. But TV shows is a different story. I keep meaning to do these backgrounds black behind the silhouettes of the machinery. What time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. Oh, you're set up to stream? What are you streaming today? You might have told me already, I forget. If you did. Oh yeah, that's right. First time streaming, doing digital drawing. Gonna work in a sketch and outline one and color one. Cool. Never done this live before. Freaking out, not gonna lie. So do you have one of those like you see it on the screen of the drawing tablet? Like so you're drawing like looking at what you're drawing while you're drawing it on the tablet? Because I have I think I brought it out into the hallway, but this is just a light table. Mine kind of looks, it's like this. It's just got a big blank screen. And it's just like, yeah, solid gray. And it's just like your pen is just a big mouse and your tablet is just a big mouse pad. And it just, it's, you don't see what you're drawing on it. You just got to look up at the screen. So you see a Wacom Cintiq. Mine is a Wacom Intuos. It's pretty old, but it's huge, and I love it. It started to break on me a number of times, and I always take it to this place and get the thing that breaks is like where you plug into it. Like it always kind of like breaks off the inside of it or something. But I always take it to this place and get it resoldered and fixed, and I've had it for about 11 years. Otherwise, I've had no problems with it, and it is my buddy. It is my pal. Though I haven't used it in a long time. I mean, I haven't used it. Well, I did that whole Bonehead cartoon on it. Yeah, I guess whenever I work in Adobe, like when I make any videos, I use it. So I have used it recently. Oh, I didn't read this part. You're new at it, don't know the program fully, and expecting people who know to come in and point out everything you're doing wrong. What program are you drawing in? You might have said that too. But I don't think so. Clip Studio, okay. Did you ever use the old version called Manga Studio? Because that's what I still have, and I've been debating doing the subscription version of Clip Studio, which I think is new to it. I don't think it used to be ever. I think you had to buy it outright only. Was the only way you could get it. But now I see there's a subscription you can do. Because otherwise it's a one-time purchase, but it's like $200. And I'm still using my old Manga Studio Pro or whatever the fuller one is, EX, I think. And I like that. It's like EX4. You said you used Krita before Clip Studio. Okay. And then when Manga Studio 5 came out, I downloaded a version of that to try it out, and I didn't like the changes. But then after that, I think it became Clip Studio Paint, and it seems like I know a lot of artists that use it, and you can do like animation in it. And it seems like it's a really cool program. I don't know if it would take me forever to get the hang of it. But I've liked Manga Studio since I started using that about 12 years ago. You bought Clip because you enjoy... Dang it. You enjoyed the results of the demo. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that's how I tried it first, too. It was a graphic artist who put you onto it. I don't know how to use it right, but can get where I'm going to go my way. Yeah, that's what I liked about Manga Studio when I first got on board. It was like I only really had to learn 3 things, and then I was pretty good to go. It's like a very stripped down version of Photoshop, which is all I had at my disposal before that. And I could not stand trying to draw in Photoshop. It's like I don't understand how to make a brush do what I want it to do in Photoshop. But like Manga Studio, and I'm sure Clip Studio is pretty similar as far as I can tell. It's pretty ready to use right out of the box, you know. And I started making a comic. Well, I did make 2 small comics. I made the one that I've shown on here before. Oh, this is a Mike Mignola thing. I didn't draw that. I made this crummy 24-page comic, and I made a sequel to it. But then before I finished it, it was like the files were deleted. And that was going to be probably a better comic, actually. But and then I made a bigger comic that was less goofy looking. I started, it was going to be like a 150-page story that I did about 50 pages of and then abandoned, and I'll go back to it eventually. But I did 50 pages of that in Manga Studio and really got acquainted with it, and I really liked it by that point. And I still tinker around in it every once in a while, but I got to get a feel for it again because I've been away from doing digital for so long. Digital art. Yeah, I have like, there's one page of a kid about to be mauled by a bear. And I have probably a low res image of that somewhere. And that's all I have remaining of that comic. That stings. But overall, it was it was still a pretty crummy comic at that point. It was a very crude first attempt. But I'm very like sentimental and kind of a pack rat when it comes to my art. So that does really bum me out. Never did any digital art before you bought the Wacom last year. People said I was mental buying $1,000 screen tablet off the bat with no prior use of one. Mine was a gift, I think for my birthday or something. And I think it was like $400. Like I said, it doesn't have the screen. And this was also years ago. So I don't know. That sounds like if you're gonna get use out of it, I think in fact the one I bought might be, if I tried to get one similar to it, because I wanted a large one, you know. For some reason, I need it large. But I think if I tried to buy a new one, I think I'd be pretty close to $1,000 there too. You know, I've made some cool projects with it, like the Bonehead cartoon. I don't know if you've ever seen the They Might Be Giants music video submissions I did, but there's 2 of those that I made. Would you say you looked at the pad ones, but wanted one you could recline in a chair and not strain your eyes with? Yeah. And that's the thing. Some people can. I remember when I first got it, a lot of people were telling me like they didn't like those, or the ones that I have, or they couldn't get the hang of like drawing down here and looking up at the screen. And I was like, my dad talked about it one time on here. It's like I used to do all this pixel art. I'm left-handed. I used to take a mouse and do this pixel art and recreate images like pretty weirdly perfect by, like, as far as I could tell, they were pretty dang perfect just by eyeballing them. Oh yeah, I forgot, you're a lefty too. We're the only ones in our right minds. You can't draw for shit with the mouse. If I had to do that, if I wanted to do that today, I couldn't do it in a million years. I don't know how the hell I was pulling that off. And among other things, let me see. Let's see if I can find something that I did. I think I've shown this before. Let's see if I have another thing here. Not out here. But I used to just periodically draw stuff from this album, the Mark, Tom, and Travis Show by Blink-182. I know I did Tom's head. I think I did all three of their heads at some point. Pixel art. And these files are all long gone. Lost to time. I think I did the wizard. I did this guy, this little skateboard dude. And I think I did the banana guy, where I just recreated the images. And then I remember doing some stuff from the back of a Jonan Vasquez book. I did a picture of Squee, which I don't have that book in this room. Otherwise, I'd show that too. So I don't know. Maybe that helped me be able to use a screenless tablet comfortably. But yeah, if I had to do that stuff today, I couldn't do it. That blows me away, because they were like spot on. I don't even know why I would like spend that much time doing that. But yeah, practice. Oh, hey, Sweaty Smetty. Thank you. I used to draw eyes and wings in shaded shapes for no reason. My cousin, he used to do these drawings where he would take I'll do it with a pencil. Like he would just start a line, and then he would just keep winding around it and just like throw like weird, and he would just fill up a page, but he'd keep it even. I just already lost it. He would just keep it even. I'm not keeping it even. But he'd fill up a whole page with all these like weird shapes, and then he'd throw like spirals in there. And no, I don't know, whatever. But you know, he'd have to fill it up so there were no gaps. And I used to do that from time to time. This is a terrible representation of it, but it would be one continuous line throughout the whole page. And you'd have like make squares and circles and things in like different parts of the page. And on that note, you might leave for now and go start yours. Hey, how do I do that thing where I throw it to your channel at the end of mine? It's like R backslash Crimson V or something. Else people will be home bugging me before I get going. You type this. Okay. I'm going to try to do that. I can't copy paste. Dang it. So I will raid yours when I'm done with this page. Your first one. Second, I did one to, what do you call it? Loopy Arts. Raid. I do the space, right? Raid, space, Crimson V. I'm being raided? What the what? I have 8 people over here. Oh, that's what you're saying. I'm being raided. Hey, everybody! I'm just being the boomeriest guy trying to figure out how to raid somebody, and apparently I've been raided. Hokey smokes. We got VG Volts. We got Sweaty Smetty. We got... I think it's just those guys. No, there's other people. Look at the number. There's 8. 8 people all of a sudden. Welcome to my comic, Bonehead. This is page 166. I try to draw this comic every day. It's a 250-page graphic novel, my first graphic novel. I'm figuring out how to do it by doing it live in front of people. He said, "Thank you, Sweaty Raiders, for pulling through. Keep up the great work. Thank you." Let me see. How long have I been doing art? I've been kind of trying to start a comic for like 12 years. This one, I wrote the script maybe 2 years ago, and then I penciled the whole book, and I've been inking it for about 8 months-ish. And I always ink it live. And I guess there's no way to keep the broadcasts on Twitch, but you can see every broadcast on my YouTube channel, which is also Wrangleshank. And so you can, like, from me inking the front cover till now will all be up there. And there's also, usually when I end the stream, I go and put the links in the description of the video. I put some links in the description, and there's a cartoon of my character, Bonehead, that I've been putting in there. I made that a couple years ago. But yeah, I've been drawing cartoons for as long as I can remember. I went to school for animation. I graduated 2012. And I wasn't doing anything with my degree. So I started just working on projects that I had been meaning to. Once I turned 30, I was like, I gotta start doing this stuff. So I made a cartoon, and now I'm making a book. And once I finish this book, I'm probably gonna make some other book with different characters. Because by the time I'm done, like, coloring this book and lettering it and everything, I'm sure I will be over these characters. Because I did a 16-minute animation and then a 250-page book. He said, "We'll spread the love. Hope you have an amazing night." Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Where did this influx of people come from? Who rated this? Smetty? You said you were doing some art as well. What do you do? What kind of art? Oh, everybody disappeared. That's okay. Let's see. Gonna throw some drop shadows. That was a nice surprise. Thanks everybody for looking at me even for a second. The idea is that by the time I'm ready, I'm figuring out how to do this all as I go. But so I don't know exactly what happens to this book when I'm done with it. Like if I'm gonna submit it to publishers or do a Kickstarter or something. Frankly, I'm hoping I don't do a Kickstarter because that sounds like a lot of hard work. But maybe. And if it does, either way, the idea is if I ink it all live and color it live and stuff, maybe it'll have a built-in audience when the time comes to like start promoting it. So I appreciate all the eyes I can get on it. So Bonehead here found a bunch of bottles of poisons and other experimental liquids here. And he's saving his new alien friend here, who's being choked. He throws this thing at this guy, and this flower sprouts from the ground. I think he throws a bunch of things throughout this book, and it's like you never know what you're going to get. They're all like discarded experiments. Okay. And here's a petal. And here's a petal. Whoa! Almost lost control of my brush. Let's see, this line. Here's that. And I want to say I learned everything I know about making comics from watching live streams just like this one. But eventually I got into the habit of drawing along. Like I would there'd be guys I would follow that would do daily shows, and I would watch the show. I would get into the habit of watching the show and drawing along with it, just drawing my own stuff and just kind of like listening to them draw and talk and whatever. And it got me into a much better discipline of drawing every day. So I'm usually on here. I usually make time every day. Now, that said, it's in the corners of my life that I work on this comic. So, my day job is, I have such a really random schedule. And days like yesterday, I thought I was going to work one thing, and it turned out I worked a totally different shift. It changed. Like I got somebody calling me, asking me, hey, can you do this shift instead of this shift? I was like, okay, well, that's my life. So, I do this around that. So my drawing schedule, there's no rigid schedule for drawing. I just got to do it whenever I can. But I'm fairly regular at doing a show a day at least. Most days. Yesterday I didn't do one because exactly that happened, where I thought I was going to do a show at this time, and then suddenly my schedule was flipped and I kind of had no time left. And then there was a day recently where I did three streams in one day. I did a page on each stream. I think all at least half an hour long. Between half an hour and, an hour and a half and 2.5 hours each one. The thing is, I need to be done with ink in this book so I can start like coloring it and getting it done. I don't know how long it's going to take to color it, because I've never really colored something like this before. But we're learning by doing. We'll figure it out. It's within the realm of possibility for me to color a 250-page book. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't even know how I'm going to scan all these pages in yet. I'm working on 11 by 17 art boards, Canson art boards. And I don't have an 11 by 17 scanner. I did scan a couple pages just to try it out at the local library. And even though it was supposed to send me JPEGs, it sent me PDFs. So I don't know if I can make that work. But in any case, I'm sure before long I'll figure something out. And I've seen some places crop up reasonably priced large format scanners. I just don't want to drop a fortune on one if I can help it. The weird thing is, every time I search for 11 by 17 scanner, I get my search results yield like every single type of scanner, no matter what the size is of the screen. It's like, oh, this one, I forget what it is. It's like they think, like it mentions 11 by 17 as something it can, like if it's a scanner printer, it prints up to 11 by 17, but its scan bed is 8 by 10. It's like everywhere I turn for a while looking for a scanner like that was tricking me. I'd be like, oh, this one's perfect. And then I look into the specs. I'm like, nope, no, it isn't. I've been had. I have 37 scanners in my house now. I bought them all and none of them... No, I never bought one that I wasn't sure that I was... I never accidentally bought the wrong scanner. Yet. There's time. I've got an itchy finger and an Amazon cart full to the brim. So let's see. Where's this puddle? I don't like this drawing of his eyes. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with his eyes there. If it ain't right, I can't keep it. I think it's because usually the tops of his eyes extend to his eyebrows when he's making angry eyebrows. I think. But he's supposed to be squinting, I think, in that panel. Let's see, did I... Okay, I think I inked everything on that panel. I might keep it. Let's see. It doesn't quite... I mean... I think it doesn't look exactly like him to me, but I think it's only because he's squinting. And he's supposed to be squinting, so make his eyeballs a little bigger. Also, it might help that his eye sockets are colored in. To help him more look like himself. Ooh, my ink is drying up. I think I should be good though. We're almost done. I think he needs upper teeth in this panel. Yeah, I like that better. That helps. It looks way more like a sneer now. Okay, here's his pupils, which are little ovals. And then I usually just do a stripe of black. So we have the highlight, and then real subtle, there's a little sliver where we can, when I color it, his iris will be there. You just do a hint of it, of like a red iris. This is what I see in my head. Okay, he's got some wrinkled skull here, skull wrinkles. Here's his brow. And then his jacked up teeth. So this is his cheek, those two lines, and then this is the underside of his tongue. This will go to black. Eye on my face. Hit my face. Something we like to do here is hit my glasses against the camera every so often. It'd make it good drinking game. Everybody take a shot. I hit my glasses on the camera. So I roughed in some temp dialogue. That's not getting inked here. That's going to go digitally on later. It's going to get erased from here when I erase the pencils, which I'll probably do off camera. And then there's you, says he. All these people spoiling his big plans. Well, I didn't do this cheek or this part of his neck. Yeah, he looks like he's ready to kill people. It's the nastiest he's looked in the book so far. This is all going to shadow. This is his forearm. I'm not saying farm in a funny way. I'm saying it's his arm that is farther from us than the near arm to us. Don't be simple. Follow what I'm saying. Don't be simple, boy. I'm not saying forearm. I'm not saying farm. Boy's about as bright as a 2-watt bulb. A 2-watt. That is. La da 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 dee da dum doo da doo da. La da 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 dee da dum oh da doo da day. Let us see. So I think that's this page. What do you know it is? So we got Bonehead. He goes, oh, I have to help him. And he runs off, throws open this cabinet. There's a bunch of bottles in there. He's like, I'm being strangled. And he's like, oh no. And then Bonehead throws this bottle. And Denton Crooks kind of like, he's taking it back. And out springs this flower. And he's like, oh yeah, you too. You're next. Or something like that. So this has been tonight's edition of Ink the Book Show. Stupid hair, stupid life. I'll be back tomorrow inking another page. I think I'm going to try and go for 2 pages tomorrow. Here's Bonehead getting all cocky. He's like, ready for some more? Or some, whatever heroic baloney lines I gave him. And then he goes, catch! Hurls another one. And he's like, it says death by fire on this one. And then he actually catches it. But he drops Billy. And then Billy falls to the ground. He's got this other one that didn't cross. The bad guy is actually after. So that's what we're doing. Making a comic. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna try and do the raid thingy. I don't know this Twitch culture, but Crimson tells me everything. And I'm gonna try and do the thingy. We were just talking about it. And then all of a sudden all these people showed up in here. So where is her handle? Where's the thingy? Raid Crimson V. Crim. Last time I tried this, I think it didn't work. Do it. Crimson V. Booma it up. All right, this has been Ink the Book Show. I'm Ryan O'Connor. I'll be back tomorrow in less than 24 hours at some point. Did I do it? I don't think I did it. Don't think I did it. Well, one way or another, this has been Ink the Book Show. Goodbye, everybody. Look at this crazy lighting making me look like a psychopath. Anyway, bye. I love you.